season finale for the first season of the podcast. And today we're going to spend the day talking about getting ready for fall, because you know what? Summer's almost over. It is already August 8th. I know everybody's getting ready for school and all that fun stuff, but we are almost ready for school. So that means fall's right around the corner, and fall is the absolute best time to use your hot tub. So if you're watching here live with me, in the comments, let me know what is your favorite time to use the hot tub. My absolute favorite time to use the hot tub is fall. I love you doing it during football season. We have the TV outside. I absolutely enjoy hanging out and watching football, and I love sweaters, and fall is my favorite time of year. I absolutely love it. So I'm actually getting pretty pumped up for that myself. So anyway, guys, I'm super glad to have everyone here. And can you believe it? It is episode 25 of the podcast already. So we've had 25 episodes. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to take a couple of weeks off. I have about 15 guests lined up for next season already. And I just wanted to take a little break before I got too far into that. And I'm actually working on my new book. I want to get that out before the end of the year. So this 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it kind of gets in my way a little bit. So we are going to put the podcast on hold until the first Monday of September, and then we'll be back. And I have tons of guests and really exciting people that are going to be coming on. I have lots of sellers and hot tub enthusiasts of themselves. We're going to have Unicell filters are coming on, and we're also going to have someone from the At Ease Frog Company. They're going to be on as well. So lots of really, really great information for you guys here in the future. So hey, stay tuned for that. So I will be back around the 1st of September, but we are going to take a tiny little break in the meantime. But today's topic is tips for getting your hot tub ready for the fall. So we're going to kind of just see how things go today. And please jump in if you guys have any questions or need to know anything about your particular hot tub. But we are going to start with the very first tip to get your hot tub ready for fall is get your filters in line. Did you guys expect me not to say something about hot tub filters when it's preparing your hot tub? Fall is the most important time to actually get your hot tub ready. This is when you actually have time to get a second set of filters. At my house, I actually have 3 sets of filters. I have 1 set of filters that I will clean sometime here in the next couple of weeks. That is what's currently in my hot tub. So I'm going to clean that, and then I'm going to soak that in filter cleaner, hot tub filter cleaner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those filters out. I'm going to rinse them really super good. I'm going to soak those in filter cleaner. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to leave them in there for a good month and a half to do so. And then after I switch those out, I'm going to take the current set that's in the garage. So that's set number 3. That one's dry and ready to go. And I'm going to put that in the hot tub for the fall. And then my set that is currently soaking in the water, which is set number 2, that's going to go sit on the shelf in the garage. So if I do that in the fall, and I definitely want to make sure I do that sometime September, October. In this market here, we really recommend that everybody changes their hot tub sometime between Halloween and Thanksgiving. And now's a good time to do it, especially if you're on a chlorine hot tub. I would do it now one time before you get to the fall. That way it gives you a little more time to actually get your hot tub ready for winter. So, but it's a good time to do that. So I have the 3 sets of filters, 1 in the hot tub, 1 soaking in filter cleaner, and I just leave it there for quite a while. And then the 3rd one is on the shelf ready to go. And when I pull the filters out of the filter cleaner, I make sure I rinse those really well, set them up on the shelf, and I let them dry. You don't want to put them in like a Rubbermaid container or someplace where mold and that type of stuff can get there. But that is definitely going to be the first thing that you need to do is get your filters in order. It's a good time. A lot of times you will find that hot tub filters are on sale this time of year. I do have links down below on both where you can get filters from Amazon and some really good filter cleaner. The one that I recommend the most is the Spa Guard. I was just looking to see if I had any on the shelf, and I don't. But the Spa Guard filter cleaner is my favorite. I also am a big fan of the Pleatco filter tabs, so I highly recommend those. And then if you I do recommend getting replacement sets of filters. If you have the Tri-X filters for the hot spring spas, those are a 5-year filter. And instead of buying a whole set of 5, I would just buy one extra filter. And then I would number those filters and I would rotate those around. So that is something that I would do to keep that going and help out with that. So, we'll stop in and say hello here. Hey, Kayla says, hey. So, hey, Kayla, glad to hear. And then she has the question, what is a good way to rinse out my filters in the winter months? So that's really good that you're thinking about that now, because it is a really important time to start thinking about that. The filters do need to be cleaned. And again, if you're doing, like I said, get everything prepared and ready to go during the winter month or during the fall, then you'll be good for the winter. But I also recommend getting yourself prepared for the winter and being able to actually clean those filters in the winter. One of the things that I recommend is getting a collapsible hose. You know, everybody's seen them, those ones that just shrink up to nothing, so you can keep it in the house, and get an adapter from Ace Hardware. I'll actually put a link. It's not down there now, but we'll put a link down below where you can actually connect that to your bathroom sink or your kitchen sink, and then just run the hose through the house. And then you can clean your filters via that way, and you can also fill your hot tub with that. So that is a really good thing to start thinking about now. We really want to start thinking about how we're going to get through the winter, and if you prepare for it now, it's going to make life much better and easier. So that's a good thing to do. And then, like I said, if you have your filters ready to go and you have all 3 sets, you'll get through the whole winter if you do that. But now is a really good time to get your filters in order. And you knew that, again, you guys, I'm going to get a t-shirt that says clean your filters and check your filters, because honestly, I do really think that that's one of the most important things that you can and need to do for your hot tub. So that will be step number 1. Step number 2 is purge your hot tub. Now is a great time to actually think about purging your hot tub, because you're not up against the weather. You're not worried about getting everything done before it freezes, and then sometimes the weather gets away from you. And especially here in South Dakota, we really do have a situation where we actually used to tell people to drain, clean, and refill their hot tubs sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We've actually had to move that back to Halloween and Thanksgiving, because there's some years after Thanksgiving, it is too cold that you can actually not get your hot tub refilled before it's ready to go. So if you're going to purge your hot tub, now is the time to do it. I really think this is the best time of year to actually purge your hot tub. My favorite purge of all time is tub scrub. Let me grab it here. But this stuff here, I do have Jim's website down below, Ideal Water Care, but he has tub scrub. What I absolutely love about this is you actually put it in your hot tub. You take the filters out, and I was talking about cleaning filters, and you actually put the filters in the hot tub and you let that clean while it works. This is a peroxide based tub scrub, and I absolutely love this stuff. It does a really good job. One of the best things about it is it foams up like all hot tubs do. And I have a video in the links down below where I actually use this and talk to you guys all the way through this. But in the show notes and all that, you guys can check that out. But you put this in, it foams up, it cleans the hot tub incredibly well. But when you drain it, it knocks that foam right down, and it doesn't do. You don't have the sticky goo and all the stuff that you have to. Some of those tub scrubs that are out there, or those tub purges, I mean, you literally have to get a green scratchy out and totally like scrub it down and go after that. And that is just really, really hard. Let me know, guys, has anybody who has already purged their hot tub this year? You don't need to do it every single time when you purge your hot tub, or every single time you drain your hot tub, but you do need to do it at least once a year. In my personal opinion, now is the best time of year. The second best time is going to be in the spring because you didn't get around to getting it done before winter. But I do recommend, if you're going to drain, clean, and refill your hot tub, now is a good time to do it. Another really great purge that I absolutely love is going to be Natural Chemistry's Spa Purge. That one does a really good job. It's been around forever. I do have a link for that one in the show notes as well, but that's a really good purge that you guys should check out as well. I do like that one a lot. So one of those two purges. But what you do when you purge a hot tub, so before you want to go get this before you're ready to drain your hot tub, but you're going to take your purge, whether it's this or the Natural Chemistry, you're going to pour the whole bottle in. You're going to pull your filters out before doing so, and if it's this stuff, you put the filters in the footwell of the hot tub. If it's Spa Purge, you're going to put that in that filter cleaner like we were talking earlier. So you're going to do that, and you're going to do the Spa Purge, and you're going to pour the whole thing in. You're going to let it run anywhere from a half hour to 2 hours. And when you do that, that's going to be cleaning out all those lines. It's going to foam up, and it's going to do everything that you need to do. The purge is absolutely, it's like having a brand new hot tub when you're done. All that biofilm and calcium and all the things that build up in your hot tub lines is actually going to get cleaned out and purged out of the hot tub while you're actually cleaning the hot tub. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to get a submersible pump. So kill the power after that half hour to 2 hours. Kill the power, and you are going to actually get a submersible pump. Or you can just use a drain if you'd like to, but you're going to get a drain, and you're going to actually drain that hot tub. You can drain it right out into the backyard. It's not going to hurt a thing. There's a couple of things that you can do. I prefer the submersible pump. That's a really great way to go. You can just use the drain that's on the hot tub. I personally hate that. For me, I hate having to get down on my hands and knees, and I scrape my knuckles up against the sidewalk and all the things. It's just not cool. So I like the submersible pump. That's the best way to go. There's another thing out there called a quick drain, and it's a big 2-inch pipe, and you just pump it and actually create a siphon with it, and then you can run it out that way. Another thing that works incredibly well is just taking your garden hose, and you're going to hook it up to the water, and you're going to act like you're going to start filling the hot tub back up. You'll have to do this before you kill the power. And then you're going to actually you fill the hose up, and then turn the jets on, get the water running in reverse out through the hose. And you're going to put that hose right up against a jet. So you're going to put it tight up against a jet. And when you do that, then it's going to get that water going in the reverse direction. And then once you do that, you're going to drop that hose, let it drain out into the yard, and then you're going to kill the power to the hot tub and go that way. So that's actually a really slick way to do it that I have figured out over the years. So if you want to do that along with your drain, you can actually get that hot tub to drain pretty fast. If you're just draining it by gravity drain, it is going to take several hours to actually get that to drain. So kind of keep that in mind, but that's definitely a good way to go. Kayla says, just purged mine a week ago with Natural Chemistry Spa Purge. Kicked out so much gunk. Oh, I'm sure it did. Especially if you haven't done it in a while. If this is the first time you're ever purging your hot tub, you will be 100% absolutely impressed by how much yuck gets out of the hot tub. It will blow your mind. It's like having a brand new hot tub. The first time I ever did it, I bet my hot tub was probably 6-7 years old. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've been selling hot tubs for 30 plus years, and it wasn't something we always did. We didn't always add or purge our hot tubs. We would just drain, clean, and refill them. But once we started purging the hot tubs, we've just had way less service calls. The hot tubs last longer. The filters last longer. Everything just works quite a bit better. So it's just definitely something to do. If now's not the time for you to purge your hot tub, then at least you want to drain it, and then you're going to drain it with the submersible pump, like I said, or whatever your favorite way is to drain your hot tub. Once you drain your hot tub, couple tricks there is, especially if you've purged it, there is going to be stuff on the sides. What I'll do while that pump is actually draining that out, I will actually bring out a garden hose and I will hose down the walls of the hot tub while that's happening. So that is a really good way to actually just kind of rinse that all down and force it to the pump. And otherwise, then I'll pump all that out, bail out what's left, and then I will get in with what they call, again, a natural chemistry product called Clean and Perfect. I'll get in there and wipe that down really well. Otherwise, I'll use a product called Off the Wall by BioGuard. That's actually an extremely good product, especially if you have scale or anything like that in your hot tub. Off the Wall is a really great product to clean that off. So now we've got our hot tub cleaned out, drained, filled up, or drained, cleaned out, ready to go. We're getting excited for fall, and we're gonna spend a Saturday afternoon or whatever doing this before it actually gets cold. So give me just a second here. So excuse me for that. And then once we get it all cleaned out, we're gonna fill the hot tub back up. So we've cleaned our filters, we've purged our hot tub. We're going to fill it back up. And when you fill your hot tub back up, it is super important that you put your hot tub in, or put the hose in the filter compartment. So if I can give you guys any tips at all, you want to put it, if you've got a standpipe that your filters sit on, you want to put that hose down that standpipe so it forces the water back out the drain, or back out the plumbing, and you're not going to get what they call an airlock. Airlocks on hot tubs just are no fun at all, and that's just something that you want to definitely think about when you are filling the hot tub back up. And this is also a good time to do it in August, because if you do have an airlock, you got a little bit of time before you can get that hot tub up and running again. But you're going to fill the hot tub up. You're going to get it up to the pillows. So you're going to fill it all the way. And once it's filled all the way, you're going to flip the power back on, and you're going to get everything looking really good. So drain and clean your hot tub. That's what we just talked about. So we're going to get that all done. And then you are going to clean and inspect your hot tub cover. This is a really good time to check that out. Hot tub covers are still really hard to get a hold of. They are coming faster than they were. I'm hearing as soon as 12 weeks or so. If you get one in 12 weeks, I'll be pretty impressed. I'm still kind of seeing the 20-week from my supplier, but if you can just check your hot tub cover, double check all the straps, make sure that all the buckles are locking down. That winter cold season where things are flying off the hot tubs, that is coming. So this is a really good time to check all that. If you need to get them, there is something called hurricane straps. I will actually put a link to that down in the computer. I'm going to write that down right now. But hurricane straps are a good way if your straps are broken on your hot tub. So if the buckles or something like that is broken on your hot tub, a hurricane strap is a really good way to actually add to protect that hot tub cover as well. So that's a really good way to do that. And I'll put that in a link to that in the show notes as well. But if you have a hot tub cover and you make sure the buckles and the straps and the hurricane straps, that's all in good shape. And then you just want to clean it really good. So you want to clean the inside of your cover. You want to clean that really well with some chlorine bleach. Just get everything all cleaned up and doing really, really good. And we kind of go from there. The other thing you want to do is you want to get a product called 303 Protectant. It is, or there's another product called Cover Shield. I did put the 303 Protectant in the show notes. It's a really good, it's kind of like an Armor All, but it's a little more waterproof, and it does really good. I've been using it for years and years and years, and it is available to get again. So there for a while we weren't able to get it, but now it is back on the shelf. So I do highly recommend a product called 303 Protectant. That's going to protect your vinyl, and it's going to keep it lasting longer, and it's going to do all the things that you need to do to keep that rolling along and taking care of that. But you just want to get that cover inspected before winter hits. And if you need a new cover, you need to order it now. It's because I don't know if you're going to get it before winter hits at this point. So if you need a new cover, think about getting one ordered now. If you don't, if your cover's in pretty good shape, just give it a good clean, wipe it down, clean it out, clean out the inside. Just get all, if you think about it, on your hot tub, you've got the water, and then you got the cover, and then you got this space in between. And anytime you shock your hot tub or do anything like that, that's where all the bad stuff is living, and that's bouncing onto the top of your cover, and it's grabbing it. And you can definitely get a lot of bacteria and that type of stuff on the bottom side of your cover. So this is just a really good time just to think about it. Get your cover all cleaned out, do all the things that you need to do to make sure that it's looking really, really well. So that's really important that you do that. So that's, you want to get that taken care of. Frank is checking in. So, hey, Frank, good to see you. But he says floor mats for the winter. And I know what he's talking about there. He's actually talking about, this is a good time to buy. They're actually called snow melting mats. And you plug them in, and you can get them pretty cheap right now. Gosh, let me look here on Amazon and see if I can even find them. But if we can do snow melting mats. But what you do is, so they're an infrared heater that you just set out and do that with it. The ones that I like, I'm not seeing, but there's another one here that I'm going to pull up so you guys can see it. Let me do a share screen with you. Okay, so these, whoops, sorry. These over here, Heat Track's a really good one. Heat Track is actually, theirs you can actually connect together, so you can daisy chain them. So that's a really good way to do that. So Amazon's got these. They're absolutely awesome. Snow melting mats are the best thing I have ever put with my hot tub. I know we're talking about fall, but now is a good time. This is some of the cheapest I've ever seen. Like, gosh, here's a 10 by 30 for $30, you guys. That is super cheap. It's a Venmore snow melting mat. Oh my gosh, that is super cheap. In fact, I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys, because that is a really good price that you guys can get these. Let me put that text in the chat. Oops. So there's the chat for the snow melting mats. I just put that in the chat where you guys can check that out. But for $30, and that is a smaller size, that's a 10 by 30. But what you do is you just plug those in, and daisy chain them. Or at my house, I had 3 of them. I had one by the front door, one up to the door, and then the Heat Track ones that we've got. Let me see. I'll go back and go to the Heat Track ones. These Heat Track ones, they actually have what you call stair treads, so you can actually go that way as well. But those are a really, really good thing to do. And what they do is they melt all the ice and the heat. I'll actually probably plug mine in what did I just do there? All right, I'm going to go back here. So I'll actually plug my snow melting mats in probably after Thanksgiving. I'll make sure they're plugged in and ready to go right before the winter hits. But I've bought so many hot tub accessories, and I'm due to do another hot tub accessory video for you guys. I've bought so many hot tub accessories, but I will tell you that is the one game changer for those of you that live in the Midwest. Those snow melting mats are absolutely amazing. We plugged them in at the beginning of the winter. We let them run all winter long until the spring came, and we didn't even notice them on my electric bill. So that was absolutely awesome. That was a great way to go. But Nicole is hi Nicole, very good to see you. Nicole Sather says snow melting mats, and then she says, are they on all the time or turn on and off before use? You can go either way with those if you want to. If you want to put them on a timer and turn them on and off, we just turned ours on and let them go. I mean, that was 100% what we did is we just turned them on, let them go, kept the snow off of them all year long. And, especially if you get ice or that type of thing, sometimes it takes a little bit for those to get hot enough to, because they only heat to like 35 degrees. So if it's really super cold out and you get a big fat snow, it's going to take quite a bit to get those done. So I just leave mine plugged in, but depending on where you are, Nicole, that would definitely be a good way to go. And then I will add, that is the link there for the snow melting mats. So you guys can definitely, if you can pull that off, take a screenshot or something of that to get that there. But it is in the show notes, and I will add that. Let's write that down as well. Snow melting mats. So I'll get that in the show notes as well so that you guys have that to check out. So, but yeah, that's one of the greatest things that you can buy. And then of course I do have my towel warmer and those things, but that'll be a whole nother podcast and a whole nother video. But snow melting mats are definitely a good way to go. So then the next step is to balance your hot tub water. I've gone over this with you guys so many times, but it's really important that you get everything totally dialed in. So if you're on a chlorine hot tub, you're going to want to have your alkalinity between 80 and 120 parts per million. And that's a really important thing to do. And then, I'm going to go back to the screen share and show you guys something just to make sure that you guys know that you can do that. But if you go to the hottub and that's .co, not .com. So we're going to go to the Hot Tub Lady, and then we're going to go there. And if you go to the shop page and slide all the way down to the chemical dosage chart, pH and alkalinity, if you go there and sign into that, and then it is going to, where did it go? I'm going to do view product. And then it is going to actually ask for your email at this point. I've already logged in, but it's totally free. That's the only thing you have to do is put the email down. But you're going to click on that and open that up. And then once you get in there, you've got your chemical dosage charts, and it tells you guys absolutely everything that you need to do. So let's say, for example, you have a 300-gallon hot tub. And let me get rid of this for you guys so that you can see this a little better. So let's say, actually, we'll go with a 200-gallon hot tub. And you need to raise your alkalinity 50 parts per million. So let's say you got like a 30 part per million of alkalinity. You just go over here to the 200 gallons, and then you're going to go down the 50 part per million. You're going to have to raise that or add 4 tablespoons of alkalinity increaser. So this chart is really super simple. You guys can get it for free. You can just download it, and all you have to do is put in your email. And then, of course, I have everything on there. I have how to raise your alkalinity, how to lower your alkalinity. And this is a big one for those of you that like live in Minnesota and that type of thing. And even in South Dakota, Iowa, all those places, sometimes the alkalinity is just off the chart high. And if you have that, so let's say, for example, we're going to look at, you have a 300-gallon, or we'll go up here, 100-gallon hot tub, and you need to lower it 120 part per million. And that's totally doable. I've seen so many hot tubs that have over a 300 part or a 300 alkalinity, and we got to get it down to 180. So let's say you got to get it to 120. In that particular case, you'd have to put in a half a teaspoon every day for 17 days. So that's a big deal. And a 100-gallon hot tub's pretty small. I don't know anybody has one. So if you had a 300-gallon hot tub, and you had to lower it 120 part per million. That's 2 tablespoons every day for 16 days. And it's really important that you go slow and you get that dialed in. You can use your hot tub for sure during that time frame, but that is something that you guys definitely want to check out. And I've done all the work for you. You don't have to read the back of your bottles and do that type of stuff. It's all there, and it explains everything for you, and it just makes it really easy for you guys to I can't do two things at once. For you guys to balance your hot tub, and so that's really important. And let's minimize this and get myself back where I can see things again. Whoops. All right. So you want to get your hot tub balance. So pH and alkalinity, 80 to 120. So remember that. So 80 to 120. pH you want to be at a 7.6. Again, you can go to the chart. It'll tell you exactly what you got to do to balance that. Your hardness, now if you're on a chlorine hot tub, your hardness is going to be where your hardness is, and then you're just going to want to keep that hardness under control. If you're on a chlorine hot tub, that's when you're going to 100% totally bring in your stain and scale product. Let me grab it here real quick. I lied again, I don't have it, but it looks exactly like this. So it's a stain and scale product. It's a teal bottle. It says Spa Guard on it. I will put it in my show notes so you have it. But stain and scale on a chlorine hot tub is like oil for your car. It is so important that you guys put that in there. I can't explain how important it is that you actually use this stuff. It will save your hot tub. It's going to keep it from scaling up. It's going to keep calcium from forming on the filters or on the heater. It's going to keep, if you ever had that sandpaper fill on your hot tub, that's the product that is 100% going to take care of that for you. So if you are in a chlorine hot tub, stain and scale is your best friend. Now, if you are on a saltwater hot tub, don't use stain and scale. One, you have to get your hardness below 75 part per million, and that's when you're going to use that on-the-go water softener, and you're going to get that hardness below 75 part per million. If you don't have it below 75 part per million, your salt system is not going to work. It's 100% not going to work. So you have to use the on-the-go water softener. When you do that, that is going to get you below 75 part per million. At that point, you no longer need stain and scale. And the other thing that happens is there's a lot of phosphates in stain and scale. And if you do not put phosphates can play havoc on your salt cells. They can really eat those up and make them go really super fast. So that's when you would need the phosphate remover, which is this bottle here that I actually grabbed. So that will actually remove that, but the stain and scale control has so much phosphates in it that it'll really play havoc with your salt system. So do not use stain and scale if you have a salt system. If you on a chlorine system, bromine system, you definitely want to use stain and scale. And then you can always use what we call the soft skin spa. You guys have heard me talk about those videos quite a bit, but that's a great product as well. It does keep once everything's balanced, it lines everything up and it keeps it locked in. So for those of you that live in places that you don't have a lot of you have a lot of pH and alkalinity balance, you have super high alkalinity, this will definitely make a huge difference. It'll lock it in there and it'll keep it in there, and it makes the water feel super soft and super smooth. So that's a really good way to do that as well. So Soft Skin Spa is another great product. So get everything all dialed in. I highly recommend, whether it's a chlorine hot tub or a saltwater hot tub, I highly recommend that you actually put in 3 tablespoons of chlorine concentrate every day for the first 3 days of a new hot tub fill. That is definitely going to help you get a clean, fresh start and get everything working correctly. So if you're on the Spa Frog system, that's going to get everything dialed in and you're going to do super well that way. If you are on a chlorine system, it's going to just get everything cleaned out, any leftover residue from the spa purge, all that good stuff. And if you're on a salt system, it's going to 100% just get everything cleaned up. And then you guys remember, on those salt systems, the salt cells only do a teaspoon and a half of chlorine in a 24-hour period. So if you start out behind, or you have a negative balance in any way, shape, or form, you are going to have issues with your salt system. So just again, 2 to 3 tablespoons every day for the first 3 days of a fresh fill, and you're going to move along really, really well, and you will thank me in the long run for doing that. So we're going to step in over here. Nicole is from Minnesota. Awesome. So we're definitely hitting you there. And then Nicole says, thank you. This channel is a lifesaver. Since we got our hot tub in May, don't know what I would have done without this info. That's awesome, Nicole. Thank you so very much. And what kind of hot tub do you have? Let me know in the comments. I would really like to know. I'm excited that I can help, and that's why I do this. It's important to get your hot tub from somebody that you know, love, and trust, because it does become a relationship. But that is why I do actually do this, because there's a lot of people out there that, I mean, there's just a lot of questions, and you don't really know them until you actually come into it. And if I would take everything that's in my brain and tell you all at once, it's overwhelming. And so you just want to take it one day at a time and do what you need to do to make sure that you learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it. Because if you try to learn it all, it is overwhelming. So again, I'm working on that book, and that's what I've been doing all day today. So my brain's kind of fried, but it's going to help everyone, and so that you'll have that as well for that. So Nicole's got a caldera. That's awesome. I do love caldera. I sold them for many, many years, and they're a great hot tub. Is it a saltwater hot tub or a chlorine hot tub? Just curious. So, but I do love calderas are a really good hot tub. That was a great choice for you. So I'm glad to hear that. So, and then I do have, so once you get your water all balanced and everything's good, you're good. If it's chlorine hot tub, you're good for 3 to 4 months at this point. Again, drain it again to get through the winter, sometime between Halloween, Thanksgiving, depending on where you are. Some places can push that back a little more. I'm pretty far north. We really can't do that. But my bonus tip is to get your freeze guard kit ready. And I totally was going to grab that out of the garage before I came here. But a freeze guard kit is just a peace of mind, and total. It's just life insurance for your hot tub. So I have the links in the show notes. But what a freeze guard kit is a cattle tank heater, and you are going to take that cattle tank heater and you're going to put it in a 5-gallon bucket. And if your hot tub quits heating for some reason, you're going to actually take that bucket and you're going to sink it into the hot tub. I do have a video in the show notes that you guys can check out, but that is something, they're really, really inexpensive right now. I want to say they're like $45 for those heaters right now. And if you get one now, have it in your garage, you're just not going to worry about it. But if you wait till it's freezing or below freezing, even if you order it from Amazon, it takes 3 days. That could be 3 days too late. So you just want to have that around right now. But they do sell out. They sell out every single year. And this is just something that you want to have in your garage at all times. I can't say I've ever used my own freeze guard kit, but man, have I loaned that baby out. I mean, it's gone. I live an hour and a half away from the store that I work at. And so the people in my market are an hour and a half my friends and neighbors are an hour and a half as well. And I can tell you, last year there was 2 different times that the hot tubs started freezing. It got to that super cold point, and everybody wanted to borrow my freeze guard kit. And both times I had loaned it out to somebody else, and I always get it back, and people are great about that, but it will save your hot tub. So it's a $40 investment. You have it in your garage. It's ready to go. You know, I do recommend getting a little space heater to go with that, just so that you can put that in the equipment compartment if that's needed as well. But it will save your hot tub. It is going to be, it's just insurance. So, and then while we're at it, why don't you, since we're talking about tips for the fall, I would maybe double check with your insurance company to make sure that the hot tub is covered. it used to be not a non-issue whatsoever, but when the hot tubs froze and it was a 220, they were almost 100% covered every single time. I will tell you that we are running into more and more insurance companies that are not covering frozen hot tubs. So now it's August, that time of year. I would maybe just call your insurance company, just have some peace of mind and make sure that it is covered for freezing, or just in general that your hot tub is covered for replacement value. You do not just want to cover what you paid for it. You really want to cover what hot tubs replacement value are. You know, if you have a 5, 6, 10-year old hot tub, what you bought it for, you can't even touch it anymore. There, I mean, hot tub pricing has gone pretty far up. So that is something that you guys really want to think about. Check with your insurance company and make sure that your hot tub is covered for winter freezing. It is something that will definitely come up. So I highly encourage you guys. Just it's fall, it's, you know, it's even summer yet, but it's all the stuff is coming, and by the time people get around to actually watching this stuff and listening to the podcast, it's going to be really important that you guys are actually thinking about this stuff, because it is really coming. Nicole is using bromine. Do you have any specific questions about bromine? Are you using the Spa Frog, or are you just using like a floater and bromine concentrate, that type of stuff? So if you have any specific questions, now would be a good time to do that. I'm also going to mention, so I do have a membership on this channel, and we do our once a month. I'm going to do a spa school on the actual membership page, and people can actually come on and talk to me one-on-one during that. So tonight is my first one. That's going to be at 6:30 tonight. You do have to be a member of the channel to check that out, but it's actually a pretty good value, because membership is only $2.99 and a one-on-one call is $59. So and right now the memberships are just getting started, so the chances of you actually getting in and being able to talk to me are pretty darn good. So you definitely want to check that out tonight as well. If you just go to the homepage of the Hot Tub Lady on YouTube and then just click join, and then I do this once a month, and we're going to get on, and people are going to be able to definitely check out whatever needs. You know, I will answer whatever hot tub questions that you guys have. So that's a really good value and a good way to do it. And it's just kind of my way of giving back to you guys. So you guys have been absolutely amazing. I totally appreciate every single one of you. So that's super awesome. Just checking in, you guys, anybody else have any more questions that we can throw up there today? It is the season finale. Like I was telling you guys earlier, we're going to take the rest of August off, and we'll be back the 1st of September. I've got tons of guests lined up that are actually going to be joining the hot tub, or be joining the show. And if you're somebody who wants to join the show, shoot me a message on Instagram. I might definitely get you checked out, and we can go via that way. And I would love to have I'd actually love to have some customers and some people who are actually hot tub users out there. And if you guys want to check me out, it's the Hot Tub Lady on Instagram, and DM me there, and I will definitely help you out. If you don't have Instagram, I am on Facebook as well. Same thing. The Hot Tub Lady, all one word. So you guys can check me out there. I would love to have some actual guests from customers on the show. So if you want to be on camera or you want to be on the podcast, now would be a great time to actually check that out. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, let me know. So I am getting just about caught up. I haven't seen any new questions. You guys are the absolute best. I do appreciate you, but don't forget, you can check me out on Buy Me a Coffee. That's where I keep a lot of my blogs. If you want to support the channel, that's a good place for you to do that as well. Don't forget that I am also on Instagram. That's the best place to get a hold of me, and we will check that out. We do have a question here, so let's see. Spray Paint Dude. Nice to see you. Glad to see you here. So using Miralux, is it worth it? Came from a tub last week, but insanely pricey compared to traditional chemicals. You know, I haven't used a lot of it, and I'm not as familiar with that as some of the other stuff that has been out there. What is your experience with it? I mean, you said came came free with the hot tub last week, but insanely pricey compared to. So I'm assuming it's going to be what a lot of these other companies are doing. Is going to be a mineral or a hot tub softener type stuff that it just makes your hot tub feel better, makes it kind of feel like a saltwater hot tub, because that's what everybody's trying to do right now, is they're trying to make everything feel like a saltwater hot tub. That's kind of what Silk Balance is doing. That's also what Soft Skin Spa is doing, and all those products out there. They are expensive. They are good. They're an expensive product. So I'm a big proponent of Soft Skin Spa, but it is about $100 for a 6-month supply. But it does cut down on a lot of other chemical usages. You don't have to use phosphate remover. Your pH and alkalinity stay in line once they're in line. Mineral Lux is going to fall kind of in that same category. I'm assuming you're using it with chlorine still, but let me know. But depending on where I would definitely listen to your dealer, but I'm just going to check that out here real quick. But I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I have used it, but it's been a long time. What other chemicals are you guys out there that you're trying out? Okay, yeah, Mineral Lux apply. Yeah, it's kind of a saltwater system, and it is very expensive. I am familiar with this. I have definitely checked that out. So yeah, $300 for 3 months. Whew, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, I have used it. It's not something that I personally sell, and I think, yeah. Yeah, I think at that price, I would probably check out one of the other products. I would probably check out either Silk Balance or Soft Skin Spa. I have heard of it, and it's really a good idea, and I'm not totally against it, but I do think there are other hot tubs that there are other additional softeners that you can use, but um, so you said thanks for Spray Paint Dude says thanks for responding. It's around $250 every 2 to 3 months. Basically, it's standard chems, and then there's oxygen cubes and shock packets. Since their installer used it, my pH is just now coming down. So, and that's pretty common. I mean, depending on where you live, where'd you start with your pH, that can happen. Now, does your kit include the bromine and the pH balancers and all that? If it's including all that, that's a really good value. If it's just the extra, that's all that's in that kit. I'm going to check out this kit here that I'm seeing on Amazon. Contains bromine tablets, so that's about a $60 value. And then yeah, no, I would, yeah, it's kind of high for what it is, to be honest with you. It's it's a good product, and people like systems. Systems are fantastic. People like things that they like things that are just easy, and if you do this and this and your hot tub stays great, that's a way to go. But if you're willing to do a little extra work, kind of figure stuff out, that's kind of what happens there. Yeah, usually if you're he says, yeah, I feel like the dealer is partners with them, and so looking into others for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have stuff that I'm partners with, and I absolutely love it. And so, I mean, you get things that you love, and if you know they work, you can get behind them, and you can do what you need to do. However, I have heard of this. I have used it. I'm not a bromine fan to begin with, so that's probably my biggest downfall with it is I prefer chlorine. I don't really like the feel and the smell of bromine, but that's kind of where I'm at on that. But I don't want to tell you not to use it. I just think there are other options for that. I just wanted to make sure. But the fact that the bromine is included in the kit, that's not a terrible price. That does help as a lot. So, but yeah, a salt system doesn't even cost you that much to run. So kind of keep that in mind too. So if you're doing $250 a quarter, that's pretty expensive water care. Is yeah. Anyway, so I hope that was helpful. But guys, again, I think you guys are the absolute best. And if there's anything I can do for you, make sure you reach out to me on Instagram. Check out the membership channel, and maybe I can help you guys out there as well. I do appreciate all of you, and thank you so much for everything that you guys do. And we will definitely see you very soon. I don't think I'm going to get a uh, Wednesday video out this week, but I do have some shorts and some other stuff coming. So, and then I will be back on Wednesday for sure for my regular videos, and I will 100% see you the 1st of September back on the podcast Tub Talk with the Hot Tub Lady, and I have a super exciting season 2 planned for you guys. So I appreciate you guys also very much, and I will see you soon. Keep making life epic.